You may recall the autonomic nervous system is the automatic nervous system, and this is what adjusts the heart rate and the force of contraction. And while there's more information here, the main thing is that these cardiac centers are in the medulla oblongata. And keep in mind, the sympathetic system is the fight or flight response, so that will increase heart. Parasympathetic will decrease the heart rate. Which of the following is the correct pathway for the heart's conduction system? I hope you remember. SA node, AV node, bundle branches, and Purkinje fibers. Our resting heart rate varies with age, health, and physical conditioning. A normal range is 60 to 100. The healthier you are, the lower your resting heart rate will be. Bradycardia is a heart rate that's lower than normal, and tachycardia is a heart rate that's higher than normal. So again, while normal is 60 to 100, if you're on the high end, you might be out of shape. You'd want to do some cardiovascular exercises to bring your resting heart rate down to where it should be. How we measure what's going on in the heart is with an ECG. It used to be called an EKG because the German word for cardio is spelled with a K, but we're trying to convert it back to ECG, electrocardiogram with a C. And this is a recording of the electrical activity of the heart. You probably have had one of these, a lot of students have, and it assesses the conduction and contractile function and can reveal damage from a heart attack. So this is the wave that will come out with the ECG. It's called the PQRST wave. And I'll show you what's happening during each one of these little blips here. This little P wave shows depolarization of the atria or contraction of the atria. Well, right here is where the atria would relax, but the contraction of the ventricles, the QRS complex, is so much stronger, it kind of hides or masks the relaxation of the atria. And then the T is the relaxation of the ventricles. So again, they'll talk about depolarization and repolarization. Think of it as contraction and relaxation. Atria contract, atria relax, but the ventricles contract much stronger, and then the ventricles relax. Well, the amount of blood pumped by the left ventricle, it depends on quite a bit. It depends on how fast your heart is beating, and it depends on the beats per minute, and it depends on the stroke volume. And the stroke volume is the amount of blood that is pumped out of that ventricle during a single heartbeat. So the heart rate times the stroke volume is your cardiac output. Body can adjust the cardiac output to meet the needs. It's a good thing. So the heart rate can increase by 250% and the stroke volume can double, meaning you're pumping out twice as much blood with each beat. And you can increase the rate as well. And heart failure is simply when the heart cannot meet the demands. So here our heart rate times stroke volume is cardiac output, which is 6,000 milliliters per minute. That's 6 quarts, 6 liters, a liter is approximately a quart, 6 liters per minute. Here's normal range of cardiac output during heavy exercise, maximum for trained. We don't really spend much time looking at cardiac output like that. Factors affecting heart rate. Sympathetic nervous system, remember, will increase. Parasympathetic will decrease. If your body temperature increases, it will increase your heart rate. So next time you have a fever, check to see if your heart has increased. And also hormones. Remember, epinephrine is released, and that will stimulate the heart, as well as the thyroid hormones. They will increase the heart rate. Factors affecting the heart rate: body temperature, hormones, and neural regulation. Now, venous return is the amount of blood delivered to the heart every minute, returning to the heart. It's influenced by blood volume, which can change, by muscular activity, the rate of blood flow to the peripheral capillaries. The filling time is how long it takes to fill those relaxed ventricles. A longer filling time means there's more blood in the ventricles. If you have increased blood returning to the heart, you'll have an increased stroke volume. If you have decreased venous return, you'll have decreased stroke volume. Contractility is the amount of force produced by the ventricular contraction, and it's regulated by nerves and by hormones. How much force? And many medications are designed to reduce this force. Factors affecting stroke volume: the venous return, the contractility, all influence the stroke volume. The stroke volume is the amount of blood that is pumped out of the heart per beat. So you put them together to figure out what's going on with your cardiac output. Factors affecting the heart rate, the neural and hormonal regulation, as well as body temperature. Factors affecting stroke volume, the amount of venous return, as well as neural and hormonal regulation. Those influence stroke volume, and together, multiplied together, they influence the cardiac output.